everyone, welcome back to Litigation Help. This is a little bit of a different video because it is geared for our current law students. So recently, a friend of mine told me that, who's still in law school, she was telling me how, that the OCI, so the on-campus interviews, have just finished, and there's kind of a lot of stress is going on with the student body. So it kind of reminded me of my law school days. So with me here today is Heather Douglas. And Heather, I wanted to ask you, are there some tips that perhaps you can share with us so that you can provide some support and encouragement to the law students today?
Yes, so my biggest tip is that the secret to success is having grit. It is getting through obstacles and getting right back up there and trying again. Everyone has failures. Everyone faces rejection. For example, star athletes, they will lose games, they will lose shots, but what makes them special is that they keep on going and they keep practicing and they keep showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let one or a series of failures or what might feel like a failure deter you. The secret sauce is grit. It is persistence.
Hmm. Now, do you have any tips for us? Because I remember as a law student, it was just occasionally really hard to let go. Like I'm a very tense person, and I tend to obsess. I think about my grades, my work, so on. And I actually find like, I have like tight jaws, and I can't even go to sleep at times. Do you have any like recommendations on how one can deal with that?
Yeah, so what I've learned over the many years of being a lawyer and being a law student is that there are few things that will help you with anxiety and stress. One, exercise. Make sure you can get as much exercise as you can. Be consistent with that exercise. It's just as important as like brushing your teeth. So make sure every day you get some form of exercise. Two, the second thing is get sleep. Don't sacrifice your sleep because you think that it will help you do better on an exam or something. That's not true. Sleep is key to performance. Three, try to eat well. And that's hard to do when you're a student. It's hard to do it any time in your life, especially now. But, try to make sure you can get as many variety of fruits and vegetables. And the last thing I would say is practice staying in the moment and look for moments of flow. So an example of a moment of flow might be when you're studying for an exam and you're reading case law, you're reading your textbook, there's no distractions, and you're just completely in that moment. You will notice that when you're in that moment of flow, you're not anxious, you're not stressed. It's when you're outside of that moment and you're worrying about the future or you're worrying about the past, that's when you get upset. So trying to find those moments of flow is key to that. And I want to make a plug for a book I read when I was doing my master's of law. It's called The Happy Lawyer. And as you can see, I've read it quite thoroughly. And sometimes I go back to it even now to remind myself about tricks that work for for attaining peace and happiness in your practice, or if you're a law student when you're in law school.
That's interesting, Heather. So it almost seems counterintuitive when you said get some sleep, because I think a lot of us are like, oh, we gotta burn the midnight oil, we gotta keep going, we gotta skip lunch, dinner so that we can work on that factum.
I have to say, I've never been like the worst. The worst version of me
Yes.
is a sleep deprived me. It takes me like way longer to do any task. It also like you find that your your mood, maybe your patience is at an all-time low. So there's no benefit to being sleep deprived. Sometimes you can't avoid it. You have a big
Yeah.
event, maybe you're nervous, or maybe you just have to get work done and the night calls for it.
Hmm.
But to make a habit and to choose to work through the night is like, in my opinion, not a smart move. Try to like be consistent with your routine and like go to sleep at the same time
Right.
every night, wake up around the same time every day. Like that's important. Get sleep. Don't sacrifice that.
Right. So pulling that all-nighter and then falling asleep at the exam is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
So speaking of sleep, I know that myself included, some people find it difficult to fall asleep anyways, and maybe like breathing exercises and meditation doesn't work, and then they're getting into this a little bit of a crisis mode. Now, do you have any resources that you could recommend to law students if they need professional help?
Yeah, so there's a members assistance program, and that is available for lawyers and law students. There might also be counselors at your school, and there might be resources as well online that you can access, and other YouTube videos from professionals on meditation or similar things to work on.
Thanks, Heather. And what I'll do is I'm going to post some links in the description below so that you can access that. So thank you very much, Heather, for giving us that advice. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell so that you'll be notified of our upcoming videos. So we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.